Sir,
Separation of substance, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Heterogeneous and homogeneous, sir.
And I think I have given the homework also for you. Find out the examples for the homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous
Sir, I
mixture.
couldn't do, sir, because my mother said practice for Gandhi Chaturthi, you have to perform, sir.
Okay, okay.
They have a
Okay,
stage, sir. You have to perform. She's telling me to practice, so that's why I didn't get time, sir.
okay, no problem. But whenever you find the free time, you can do that one.
Yes, sir.
Remaining people, what about the remaining?
Sir, I actually have exams coming up, sir.
Okay.
Sir, me too, sir. Exams are actually happening.
Okay.
Now Ashwath, you can hear us?
He rejoined it.
Okay, no problem. Just you said everyone the time, what is the portion for your exams? So that we'll plan accordingly what is the revision schedule and all, okay?
Okay, sir.
You send me the chat box. What are the test portion for your exams, each and everyone?
Sir, now, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I'm sending it.
Sir, 1 second, sir.
So just think it off in the send and we'll do the revision in the last 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Like that every day.
Okay, sir.
So last class we studied up to need for separation, right? Why we want to do the separation of the mixture for the different components? So why we want to separate the components of the mixture? The first one is to remove.
Sir, to get the useful substance and to remove the harmful substance.
To remove the harmful components or to obtain the useful components or to remove any impurities from the pure sample.
Sir, I sent you my question.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. So based upon the particle properties only, we'll do the different separation techniques. So based upon the particle size, based upon the density of the particles, based upon the melting point, boiling point, volatility, only we'll use the separate separation techniques. Okay. So there are the different separation techniques are there. The first one is a hand picking, winnowing, sieving, magnetic separation, sedimentation, decantation, loading, filtration, evaporation, sublimation, distillation. Okay, these are the some common separation techniques.
Sir, can you see me?
No?
No, Ashwath. We can say
Sir,
see.
we can see him, sir. He wore headphones and he's standing.
Sir, he is not. I can't see him, sir.
Okay, no problem. Just revise once again what is separation techniques.
Sir, now we can see him.
What are the different separation techniques? Hand
Sir?
picking, winnowing, sieving, magnetic separation, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, evaporation, sublimation, and the distillation.
Okay, sir.
Okay, these are the different separation techniques are there. Everyone turn on your cam first.
Sir, filtration?
Yeah, filtration also. Filtration where you use commonly to separate the tea leaves from the tea, we can use filter paper, filter that, right?
Sir, by strainer we can use. Sir.
Yeah, that is a filtration. That's all.
Yes, sir. Sir, also we can use it on water, sir. Dirty water.
Yeah, that is also
Filtration
can use.
is also called sieving.
Purification.
Filtration is also called
Sieving.
sieving is different. Sieving is different and filtration is different. Okay, first one is a churning or the centrifugation. Where you use this one? What is the centrifugation or what is the churning? See, if you want to obtain the butter from the milk or if you want to separate the butter from the milk, what you'll do? They'll use a churner machines, right?
Sir, yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
So when you're doing that one now, whatever the cream is there from the milk, it will be obtained out.
Is it? Yes, sir.
Sorry, Ashwath?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Or
Was I on
suppose,
unmute, sir?
Yes.
yeah. So next one, suppose you are going for the laboratory using the blood for the sample. What they will do?
Sir, they'll
They'll-
take blood from us and then give to
They will take the sample of blood from our and keep it in the test tube and they'll put in the centrifugation machine, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
what centrifugation machine will do now? It will rotate continuously for some period of time.
Sir, what will that do, sir?
So at that time, what will happen? Whatever the solid particles are there, they will settle at the bottom of the test tube.
Sir, salt.
Solid particles
Oh,
like stones or any other impurities are there in the blood, right? They will settle at the bottom of the test tube, and the lighter particles will be there at the top of the test tube. Suppose you are giving the urine for the analysis. They'll take the urine and they'll keep it in the centrifugation machine. So whatever the stones are there or whatever the impurities are there, after some point of time, they will settle at the bottom of the test tube.
okay, sir.
And whatever the pure liquid is there, it will go at the top. That is the centrifugation technique. Understanding?
Understand, sir.
The same technique can be used to separate the cream from the milk. To separate the cream from the milk. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The next one is the condensation. What is the condensation?
Sir, sir, gas to liquid.
Gas to
Liquid.
liquid. Okay.
Sir, means cooling down.
Cooling down. Very good. Next. Any other thing? Any other things? See, condensation means what?
Sir,
Conversion of water vapor into the liquid format is called as condensation. What is the condensation?
Sir, water vapor to the liquid states.
Converting from the water vapor into the liquid state is called as condensation.
Condensation.
Again, we'll discuss the complete detailed study afterwards. Just we'll study first the basic terms. Then we'll go for the detailed study each and everything. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Crystallization. What is the meaning of crystallization? The process of obtaining the pure crystals from the given sample is called as
Sir?
crystallization.
Pure crystal means?
Means like sugar crystals, salt crystals from the seawater you'll get, right? That is a crystallization. Okay. So decantation, evaporation, filtration, hand picking, all this we'll see one by one. Okay. So
Okay,
first
sir.
we'll start with the threshing.
Sir,
Now
they'll use wheat, sir.
Yeah. What is the threshing first?
Sir, they'll on a like bench. They'll take the pile of wheat and they'll hit it to the
Yes,
bench so that all the grains will be
Knocked off.
will be
Okay.
Separated, sir.
Suppose if you take the cereals plants, okay, like a rice or the wheat, okay, these will have the stalks, right?
Yes, sir.
So whenever you take the bunch of these plants and hit it on the hard surface, hitting on the hard
Hard
surface,
surface.
what will happen? These stalk will be separated from the grains. The grains will be separated from the stalk of the plant.
Okay, sir.
That is called as threshing. The
Okay, sir.
process of beating harvested crops to separate the grains from the stalk is called as threshing. Can you see the definition here?
Yes, sir. The process of beating harvested crops to
process of?
separate the beating the harvested crops to separate the grains from the stalks is called threshing, sir.
Threshing. So threshing can be done manually or automatically also with the help of the machines. So if you want to do the manually now, you have to beat with the help of the hands.
Yes, sir.
But there are some threshing machines also available nowadays. So if you keep directly the plants in the threshing machine, whatever the food crops are there, They will separate directly the wheat grains from the stalk itself. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay.
But in the olden days, how they will do?
So they'll
they
hand pick
used,
it.
sir, no, sir, they used some heavy rocks.
They will not use the heavy rocks, but they will use heavy objects to rotate on the grained crops, like bullock
Yes.
carts.
Okay.
They'll allow the bulls to walk on those
Wait.
stalks. So that what will happen?
It will get separated from the useful material.
The grains will be separated from the stalks whenever it is moving continuously. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
threshing can be done with the help of the manually, or with the machines, or with the help of the bullock carts, or any heavy vehicles also. You can do the threshing process. Simply, what is the threshing means? Beating the harvested crops to separate the grains from the stalk. Okay,
Okay, sir.
that is called as a threshing process. So 1 minute, please. Can you see this one here? Wheat. The wheat crop here. What is doing here? The person. What the person is doing here? He is taking the bundle of the stalks and beating on the surface of hard surface, right? This process only is called as in threshing. 1 minute. I will show you some video on this.
Yes.
So what you can see here,
Sir, they're beating the wheat to get the grain, sir.
they are beating the.
Sir, they're beating the wheat against the hard object, sir, to get the grains, sir.
They are taking the bundles of the stalk, right? And they are beating on the hard surface to separate the grains. Can you see here? Is it manual threshing or automatic threshing?
Sir, manual.
It's a manual threshing. So when their persons are beating on the hard surface, the grains will fall below the table. So after beating continuously for 2 or 3 times, what will happen? All the grains will fall below the table, and whatever the stalks or bundles are there, they will throw it outside. Clear this? Can you see how the seeds are falling on the ground? But along with the seeds, there is some other small particles also there, right?
Sir, they are the crops while beating it will fall now, so those.
Okay, what is the name for that? Along with the seeds, there is a small stalk particles also there. What is the name for that?
So impurities.
Impurities. It's not exactly impurities.
Sir, the outer cover of the main rice.
Sorry.
So
Sir,
the
the
unwanted,
outer cover, sir, the outer cover of the main rice.
Yeah.
so the unwanted substance.
Unwanted substance. Next. What about Ashwath?
Sir, they are removing the unwanted substance, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, suppose if you take the paddy plant, what are the things are there in that?
Sir, I actually never saw a paddy plant.
Oh, never saw that plant. Then about the remaining people? Remaining people.
What, sir?
If you see a paddy plant or
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, I have some urgent work. My parents called me, sir. So can I leave, sir?
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
So do you know chaff? What is the meaning of chaff?
Yes, sir. Unwanted substance, sir.
The grains attached to the stem or the stalk are covered in a thin layer is called as in chaff. Okay.
Sir, chaff is actually the unwanted substance, right, sir?
Yeah. So the grains attached to the stem or the stalk covered in a thin layer is called as that is called as chaff. So whatever the particles you are seeing here on the bottom of the table along with the grains are the chaff. Okay. So you can see the mechanical thresher also here. Can you see one image here? This is a mechanical thresher which will automatically cut the paddy field as well as separate the grains into the separate lorry or the truck. Okay. So this is all about the threshing. Then what is the meaning of winnowing?
So the process of separating in a mixture by using a wind is called winnowing, sir. Sir, they will tell chatter that one, no, sir. They will do like this, like this. They will shake.
They will take the
Sir, they will shake it, no, sir. Then and all the unwanted substance will go.
okay. See, in the case of when you are beating the wheat plants or the bundle of the harvested crop on the hard surface, the stalk will break into small pieces along with the grains are separated, right? Now you have to separate the grains and the small stalk pieces. For that only we'll use the winnowing process. Okay. So in the winnowing process, what they will do now, they will stand on some particular height and they'll use the winnowing basket. So whenever the person is shaking the winnowing basket, whatever the air is blowing, it will make that small chaff particles to move away. And the grains will fall exactly below the winnowing basket. So what is the main method of winnowing? The method of use to separate the chaff from the grain by using the wind or blowing air is called as in winnowing. What is the winnowing?
Sir, separating chaff from the grain by wind or blowing is called winnowing.
Separating the
Separating the chaff
or
from
husk
grain,
from the
sir,
grains.
from grains by wind or blowing air is called winnowing.
Winnowing. Then what is this? The basket which is used for the winnowing purpose is called as a winnowing basket.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So 1 minute, I'll show one more video on that.
Okay, sir.
Sir, even the chaff after doing winnowing is we can put the chaff for cat.
Yeah, for fodder for the cattle you'll use.
Yes, sir.
Can you see here? So whatever the small chaff particles are there or the husk particles are there, with the help of the blowing wind, what is happening? These husk particles will go far away from this basket, and the heavier particles will fall at the bottom of that basket, winnowing basket itself. Clear?
Sir, he's
Yeah.
keeping his leg on that seats, no, sir. Then how we should eat that, sir?
How you should eat that?
Sir, but we will be washing it before cooking.
Yeah. The one thing is you're washing before cooking, right? So whatever the dirty particles are there, it'll be removed. And one more thing, the seeds, whatever the grains are there, they are the outer coating is there, right? So when you are going to the mills, they'll remove that outer coating part. So you'll get the pure grains only from inside. So there is no issue at all, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is that thing which is in his hand?
Sir, winnowing basket.
Winnowing basket.
Winnowing basket.
Sir, now what is the remaining?
Just to remove the excess particles, excess small chaff particles. Now can you see here?
Yes, sir.
The grains are falling exactly below the winnowing basket, but the chaff particles are
Sir,
the
because the chaff
husk.
is lighter than the grains.
Yeah, these chaff or the husk particles will move far away from this heap of the grains.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
because the grains are heavier in nature, right? So that they will fall exactly below the winnowing basket, but chaff is lighter in weight, so they will move far away from the winnowing basket. You can see here clearly.
Sir, but all will not go to the soft, no, sir. Some will fall on the grains also, no, sir.
Sir, that's why, sir, he is blowing with that winnowing basket.
Most of the things will go only because he has a fan from the backside, right? Husk or the hay particles are lighter particles, so they will travel longer distance only. Okay. If any
Sir,
small particles are there, he is
chaff, the
doing.
husk will also be separated.
Yeah. Now you can see clearly, right? The grains are falling exactly below the winnowing basket.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, what if the fan speed is more and if the grains also fly away?
If the span speed is more now, the husk particles will travel longer distance, right? Compared to the grains.
Yes, sir.
So grains will fall at some distance than the winnowing basket. But husk will travel at the longer distance, right? If the fan speed is more.
Yes, sir.
You can see in this. Can you see now clearly?
Yes.
Clear now winnowing.
Yes, sir.
So what are the different terms are there in the winnowing process?
So winnowing process.
What are the different terms are there in the winnowing process?
Hand picking.
Hand picking will not come in winnowing, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, this is one and another one is they will shake it, sir.
Sir, they will be having a net through where they'll pour the rice and chaff together and it will get separated, sir. I don't know what it is.
Sir, we can separate this by using a sieve also.
You can separate using a sieve also.
Yes, sir.
Entirely different technique.
Yes, sir. The hay particles will be left on the top of them, and the grains will go under that, sir.
But we cannot separate exactly how we are doing with the winnowing process, right? Sieving, we have the different size of sieves are there, but all the particles will not fall below. Okay, compared to the sieving, winnowing is easy, right? You can stand on one higher places just shake the winnowing basket so that whatever the wind is coming, it will take all the husk or the hay particles far away from the seeds. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in the case of winnowing process, the different terms are the, what is the meaning of chaff? Tomorrow I will ask you, write down your homework. What is chaff? What is husk? What is grains? What is hay? These 4 terms I will ask you tomorrow. Is it clear your homework? First, what is the meaning of chaff? The second one, what is the meaning of husk? Third one, write down there itself. Third one, what is hay? Hay. And the fourth one, what is the grains? These 4 definitions you have to give me in the next class. Okay. So in the case of winnowing process, we use the winnowing basket, wind, and the lighter chaff particles and the heavier grain particles. These are the different terminology we are using in the winnowing process. Okay. So whatever the broken chaff is there, which will use as a fodder for cattle. What is the meaning of fodder?
Food, sir.
That is a food for the
Sir,
cattle.
food for the cattle.
Okay. One thing I will ask you, whether can we separate the stones from the grains using the winnowing process?
Sir, no, sir.
Sir,
Why?
using a sieving.
Using sieving or the hand picking we'll use. Why not winnowing process?
Yes, sir.
Sir, because
Sir,
sir, the grains and the rocks, some of the rocks and the grains can be of the same weight, sir. That's why it can be separated.
Very good. Winnowing
but-
process. Yeah, Sriharsha.
Sir, and some rocks are heavier and thicker than the grains also, sir.
Okay.
So
winnowing,
grains only will fall that side.
winnowing process is completely based upon the weight of the particles, right? Lighter particles as well as the heavier particles. So if we take
Yes, sir.
stones and the wheat grains, they both are belongs to same category. So we cannot separate the stones from the wheat grains using the winnowing process. Only we can separate the lighter particles from the winnowing process. Okay.
Sir, did you call me, sir?
No. So in the case of threshing, what are the different terms you will use?
Sir, manual threshing and
Artificial
and
or
artificial.
sorry, manual threshing or the automatic threshing. Automatic threshing can be done with the help of the harvesters.
Combine harvesters.
Next one is the hand picking. What is the meaning of hand picking?
Sir, we can do this when the quantity is of a mixture, like the rocks are big and the grains are small, when they are of different sizes, and the mixture, sir, the amount of the mixture is small, sir, and the shape and the color of the unwanted substance is different from the needed substance, sir.
Very good. Suppose you are taking the rice or wheat or pulses from the market. Generally, these are grown in the soil itself, right? So when you are packing itself, you will get the small amount of stones or the soil particles. Hand picking will be useful only when the quantity of the impurities are small. And when we are able to see that particles, only you can separate them out, right, with the help of the hand. So the method of separation used in such a case that it is not given properly. Separating the unwanted or the impurity components by using hand is called as hand picking. Separating the wasteful components or the unwanted components from the given mixture by using hand is called as hand picking process. So whenever the hand picking is possible, We have given the 3 points. Whenever the quantity of the components is small, that is the first one. Second one,
Second
un-
one, the shape, the size, shape, or color.
the unwanted substance should be present in the smaller quantities. The third one is the size of the particle should be bigger enough to hold by the hands. Fourth, next one, the shape of the particles and the color. The color should be different than the useful component. Then only you can easily pick up, right? If all are in the same color, we cannot observe or we cannot identify which one is the correct useful or which one is the unuseful. If the color of the unwanted substance is different only, you can separate them out using by hand picking process. Okay. So any doubts in the hand picking? Can you tell me some examples of hand picking process where you use commonly?
Sir, separation of rocks from the rice.
Separation of the
Sir, he said separation of the rocks from the grains.
okay. Next.
Sir, sir, sometimes even some small, what do we say, sir, unwanted particles will also be present in the grains, sir. So to remove those also we use hand picking.
Next.
Sir, and we use hand picking only for rice, that too in grains, not only grains, sir, but all in smaller quantities, sir.
Sir, can I?
Sorry. Yeah, Ashwath, what? Any doubts, Ashwath? Sriharsha, tell me examples where you use a hand picking.
Sir, we can use the hand picking for separating stones from the rice and separating uh, uh, some seeds from the cotton ball.
Okay.
Also, and we can use that for separating some having some grass from the food items.
Okay.
Sir, and the insects like earthworms from any substance.
Sir, I was just telling at last 10 minutes. Can I just screen share one thing?
Not now, Ashwath. Okay. I'll tell you.
Last 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Last, not today's class. I'll tell you next class. Okay. Next, Drona, tell me some examples for the hand picking.
Sir, I too have the same example, sir, actually.
Just repeat it out. No problem.
Sir?
Repeat it. No problem.
Yes, sir. Separating stones from rice, sir. We use hand picking for separating stones from rice, sir.
Okay. Next.
Sir,
Yeah.
separating a large stones or something from sand.
Okay. Next.
And also separating separating rocks from okay sir, that's already done. Nothing, sir.
Okay. Your homework for today is find out five separating examples for the hand picking, winnowing, and the threshing. Common examples where you'll use this one. Find out the separation technique of threshing, winnowing, and the hand picking process in our daily lives. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Are any doubts? And those who didn't
No
complete the
doubts.
homework of homogeneous and heterogeneous also can complete. Okay.
Sir, I did the homework,
Okay.
but I got only some examples.
You just tried finish it off that also, that homework also.
Heterogeneous, I have 10 examples.
Okay. Any doubts in today's class?
No, sir.